Hey, what's up guys? We're headed to the airport to go pick up Jose, DIY Gang. We talked to him yesterday and talked him into coming over, and he said we can pick him up and then he'll handle his business later. And so, I don't know, that's kind of pretty much what's going on.
We should make a sign, have it say DIY Gang, and hold it up when he gets off the plane.
We could, I guess.
All right.
Look who we got. DIY Gang.
Look at this, yo. Oh, this is gonna be praised. I'm definitely yo, you guys are focused. Alright, we gotta take off. Yep. Look at Mike.
Yeah.
Yo, you guys, is that my valet?
Yeah.
Shotgun! I got shotgun.
Yeah.
We get shotgun. I've been freaking.
Oh, dude, hey.
Unlock the door.
You excited, man, or what?
You
happy? You happy to be in Florida, or what?
You know how happy I am to be in Florida? I can take off my damn coat. You know how it is looking right now in Connecticut? Snow and cold. Here, warm and nice.
Yeah.
Listen, we're gonna go grab a bite to eat. We're gonna go hang out. We're gonna go have some fun, right? You promised me fun, so
yeah. It's gonna be great.
Yes, we're going to have some fun.
Yeah, man.
And yeah, but right now we're gonna get something to eat because I'm freaking starving. So all right, we're gonna go eat, shop, and then have fun. I think that's it. Does that sound like a good plan?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Yep.
All right, so let's get with it.
Welcome to Florida, man.
All right, you guys, you know what? I already know everything is here. Like, I need to actually look at the damages of this because we have to look at his motor right now because, yeah, and we gotta look at the motor, and I wanna see what they were talking about last night because they showed me a little bit of frame damage, so. You wanna raise this thing up? Where's the red key? I know!
It's right here.
Where?
In my hand.
It's in your hand?
Yeah, push the button, crank it up.
Oh yeah. You gotta double click it. No, the other button.
Click your heels together 3 times.
Yeah. Now hook up the battery and will you fix that for us real quick?
Yeah, and I'll do it in 14 seconds. Right now, ladies, cameraman. This thing is like, I am so freaking hyper right now. This thing literally like the fault went like, that is crazy. Dude, this thing took a mean hit. That's kind of toasted. Mm-hmm. Dude, what's the difference? You know what? I will talk about that after. All right, so let's see what's going on here. Well, the good news is that it's tweaked right here. You can see that, and obviously this is pushed in right there. But with pulling this off and then just grabbing it from here, you pull that out, and then you'll be able to go from the inside, pull the whole carpet and everything on the inside, basically beat it back out of place once you're getting all the pulls done on it, and then yeah, so. All this is gonna need to get pulled right here. Just like I said, you have to go in the
See, I was kind of worried about this wrinkle and stuff that's up here. You see how it's like,
Yeah,
even where the wire is?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying is that here, if you look at it, like, if you look at it, you start pulling all this, right? Because the brunt of it came from this, right? The freaking tire hitting back, obviously. So you grab from here, you pull that out, and then obviously you have to take off apart everything in there and then expose that metal from the inside, and while you're pulling on it in sections. So you can pull it on here right here to get the brunt of it out and beat it, and then you grab it from up here, you pull it out. Like, you don't want to grab it directly from the middle first. That's a big misconception. People just want to grab it and try to do it all. No, you got to grab it from one spot, pull it out, work it out, grab it from the top spot, pull it out, do all of that, beat all that back into place, and then you grab a little more from the middle, and then depending on, you know, if you want to go orthotustic style, you can actually pull all the metal off, beat it back into place, and then weld it back into sections, and it'll look nice too. But or you can replace it, like, you know, there's different routes you can go with this.
Yeah, see, I was seeing where the on the strut tower, see that big piece of metal right there with like behind the shock? Like, let me see if I can zoom in and show them. That's actually completely, you know, bent right there.
Well, again, it's all about pulling the apron. You gotta remember, now you're talking about right here. When we get up there, you gotta pull from this front part of the radiator support, so that when you're pulling from this part of the apron, you pull that forward, and then after that, you attach something to that and just keep pulling. It's all about reversing the inertia. So wherever the energy was hit to it, so like you see, obviously this took a hit right here. So you gotta just pull everything back, and as you pull everything back, it'll come back into place. You know what I'm saying? It's reversing the energy that was put there in the first place.
What do you think of a hit like this where the cross member, it was strong enough to actually like rip off the support brace?
Well,
yeah. Like, I mean, because like this right here, I mean, look at this. You know what I mean?
You know what I say? It's just, it took a hard hit. That's pretty, like honestly, at the end of the day, that's what these things are made for. Like, imagine now if this wasn't here, how bad, like this would not be here, like the motor would have took the brunt of everything. So like that's here, obviously not just as a structural support, but also I look at it as always like a protect. Like I feel like that takes the brunt of most of this stuff. Like it holds it together, but like obviously the oil pan took a mean hit from it too. But again, like.
Well, what do you think about the rest of the body going back?
Where's the body going back?
From this hit here, is it gonna like, you know?
No, because if you look at it, well, the way you do it is you got.
No, it looks good. I'm looking at it like this. It looks straight as an arrow.
But you can always you measure. Measurements are key. You can't just say, oh, you know, it looks straight. The eye doesn't catch what a laser system or a measuring system, because you don't need a laser system. You could just get a mechanical. I got a mechanical measuring system. You just literally square it away with parts that look undamaged, and then you can just get a sheet. You can square it off with the car and just check different measurements. Like let's say for instance, if there's no damage to the back, right? We could just square it off all the mounting points back there, and then when we come forward with it, once the measuring system's square with the car, you could literally go on like, let's say for instance, if this side, the gap lines and everything are good, we could literally just cross-reference mounting points on this side and base it with this side. Now let's say for instance, if the whole front is obliterated, that's where you would need to get basically a chart or something like that of the measuring system that you're using in order to get the specs of where everything needs to fall into place and get the right true measurements.
I mean, I know like Florida, like, you know, our body shop prices are probably different than up in Connecticut.
Oh yeah.
But like say if this car here, you know, like if I was gonna try and get this frame pulled and stuff like that, like, you know, what would it cost in Connecticut?
Well, frame pull and replacement easily, just the frame pulling and the replacement, and we're not talking parts, just in labor alone, it's probably gonna be like $3-4 grand.
Yeah.
If you want to talk parts, you know, you're talking about getting an apron and stuff like that. A job like this, that's the reason why they salvage them out, because, you know, again, this is not a cheap job. You're talking a freaking lower K-frame or subframe, and then pulling an apron, radiator support right here on this side. Just it's basically your complete passenger side structure is compromised where you have to pull it, the freaking right frame rail, and then on top of that your radiator support. And then we're not talking about this as well, because once they change this, and then the oil pan. Like, let's be real here, a freaking sensor costs $100. Imagine a freaking oil pan and a K-frame and a subframe. It's crazy. So, you know, and then this as well. Look at.
The real question is, could you fix this?
Can I fix this? Dude, I'm building a freaking Hellcat. What do you think? Come on, dude, I'm building a Hellcat. That sounds so boastful. No, you guys, anything is fixable with the right talent and with the right tools. Like, you know how we phrase it? With the right tool, you can do anything. Well, no, you know, honestly, anything is fixable as long as you have the resources and the time and the talent to do it. Period, point blank. All right, you guys, so there is definitely some work to be done here, but you know what? The guy behind the camera promised me some fun. So, where's my phone at, Carr?
Check this out.
He's about to show me some fun. Let's see what he got.
Ready?
Listen, I'm ready. Hold on, get the GoPro. I know that for a fact. Just record, bro. Go ahead. People don't realize this is like I'm watching the Miata video right now for doing the freaking thing.
Oh, this
are you guys
bolt
dude,
is bent.
Yeah, dude, it's bent in, bro. Like
That is wild. That's a hell of a bend.
That's crazy. And I just undid this the nut off by my hand, like finger time.
Because you're strong, dude.
Yeah. Come here. Look at that kung fu grip.
Yeah, so either way, like I was saying before I got rudely interrupted by both of these guys. Nah, honestly, you guys, this is actually like I'm watching drift videos, like what we were just messing around with, and it was just crazy. Like that car hauls. So just imagine the car hauls like
At 100 horsepower.
like yeah, like at 100 horsepower. Imagine
20 or something like that.
7. Like, do you know what kind of like that's like a freaking rocket ship? Like I want to do this swap. Like I'm not gonna do the swap because obviously it's cars. You know, this is I'm saying in my link. Go subscribe to this channel, ring the bell. But I'm definitely gonna be whipping that thing when we come down here because, dude, that's going to be like. I'm just thinking about how much fun I'll probably kill myself.